Yeah, alright guys, what up, it's Calplex here. I feel like my webcam is a bit too small. Better. And I've changed my skater again, I don't know, I'm getting bored with my skaters recently. I'm not wearing my headset as usual because I'm listening out for the door right now for like parcel stuff. But yeah, in the last video people were like, don't you mean this is a re-upload? No, because I remade that whole entire video. So, and it's kind of like, some gamer tags which I didn't mention. There was like Reactivator, which I never mentioned before, and the previous video was really bad as well on Black Ops, so I just left that alone. Also, I can never get that video back. But this is one which I did upload as well. I know I'm being very creative with my topics right now, but I didn't talk about this, what happened at this topic, if you get what I mean. Like last time I talked about my exams and stuff, like oh I did my GCSEs and what happened during the GCSEs, but there's two things which I didn't talk about during my GCSEs, which if you guys don't know, GCSEs are like the end of the year, like I'm not sure what you do in America, what in America, but like in the UK, a GCSE is an end of year exam. Basically it's kind of like an end of year exam like I think you do in America, and I don't know what you call it in America, whatever in America. But once you're left school, when you're on your last year of school, you do this really big period in May to June, I think it's between those two time periods, where basically you're just exam after exam after exam, and these exams are like, they tell your future you and say, hey, I'm clever, please hire me. Cool. What the fuck? Where did I land? Cool, I landed in the ocean. Alright, and they also help you get into your college, and then the college takes on to your jobs and all that. As you guys know, I'm still doing my GCSEs right now. I've been doing it since 2014 because I failed English 3 times? Wait, well, I haven't failed it 3 times. I've done it 3 times, failed twice, and I'm not sure about my exam, which I've recently done. The one which I've recently done, which was in November of 2016, I'm getting my grade back tomorrow. I am so hoping I pass this thing. It makes my life and so much easier if I can just get my GCSE English. But I've been trying for like the last God knows how long. But yeah, basically, what this exam is, it's you sit in a room with loads of people who are taking your exam. Like when you're in school, it's not too bad because you're with school class people. There may be some people who are taking exams who are from out of school and stuff who just come in just to sit the exam, so then they're in exam conditions and they're being like monitored by people who are trained and all that stuff. So basically, you sat there, you're just doing your exam and all that, and normally you're meant to be in dead silence, like no talking, no communication, no phones, no nothing. It's just an exam like usual. If you get caught talking, if you talk, if you communicate, if you cheat, if you do all that, then you get like taken out of the exam, and not only that exam, all exams, and you can't take your GCSEs and you have to wait like another year, or you have to wait until you can take your GCSEs back in the future. Because some people, they get banned from taking the exams, and like they get banned for like 5 years, so they can't take their GCSEs for like 5 years. When I did it the second year of my GCSEs, I experienced something which is quite weird. I was taking my RE GCSE paper, and with the paper which I took, there was 2 papers. You have to do one. I think it was all like, I can't remember what there was in like religious wise, but there was like 2 sides of the paper. I think there was one like media like sides to religion, and then there was the actual religion based knowledge paper, but I can't remember. The first paper which I took, that one was quite weird because where we took our exam it was in the middle of, it was like this church. We were sat down in this little church hall thing, because they had like a hall at top. So you would go into this church, and they have a hall at the very top, which wasn't too big, but wasn't too small. It's just like the perfect size for the class or the people who were taking the exam. This church had like daycare going on, where people would take their children in and to like get looked after for the day whilst they go to work, and then come back and then pick them up and all that stuff. We were sat in in our RE exam in a church, which was quite ironic. So whilst we were sat in the middle of the exam, all you could hear was crying, and like, I'm not sure what they were doing, but I swear to God, all you could hear was slappings. Like Joe Howe would say if a child was smacked on the butt or the bottom because of like disciplinary or something like that, which I don't know if they were doing that, but it sounds like that, and crying throughout the whole entire RE exam. And one of our teachers went down and said, could you shut up, because we were taking our GCSE RE exam. Then eventually I think this woman comes up, I can't remember fully, then the woman comes up and goes, sorry, but she can't really say sorry to us, she just has to say sorry to the teacher, because we're sat down in exam conditions, not allowed to talk, not allowed to breathe, not allowed to. And meanwhile in these exams you're just like panicking, and you're just like, there's some exams which I look back on and I don't know how I passed them, like, but then we get up to a recent event which happened, which is basically the college which I'm at right now, and it was my first time taking it's my second time taking my GCSE English. It was my second time taking GCSE English, which, like I say, doing three and about 3 hours exams. So I've done around about 9 hours of exams of GCSE for English, and that was great fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was amazing. So we're sat down. I'm sat down. It's like about an hour into this 3-hour exam. I'm doing my exam and stuff, just chilling. And I'm not sure about like. I was just focused on my work that I didn't really notice this at first, but this guy in front of me, he had a cold, I think, but he just kept going. He just kept sniffling. It's because he had a cold, I think. I just ignored it. Except from, it must have been really triggering. This, like, I don't know how old she was. Like, she looked like she was in her 20s. Woman in front, and she was. I'm not sure like what happened, but it was just out of nowhere. I think he just went. She just turns around and goes,
"Did you get a tissue?"
I was just like. All of our emotions are we've just come out of focus mode from into did that just really happen mode. Bear in mind, you're not even allowed to shout across the classroom. So I'm distracted. I'm like, what the fuck? She shouted across. This wasn't this recent one which I took. This was. I'm like, she shouted across the classroom. How the hell? Why would she do that? What? Oh my god, is she gonna get taken out? Is she gonna get like? But the teacher took her out and said, like, could you not like shout, please? It's in exam conditions. Blah 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 blah. I think she spoke to her privately, and like I can't remember fully. It was like 2 years ago. With me, whenever I'm in an exam, I never really like concentrate on anything else except for my exam. I zone out and I'm just doing my own exam, and I don't realize that my 3-hour exam is almost over. Sometimes I'm just like. Jesus! Okay, I gotta speed up a bit. So, I'll let you guys know on Twitter if I passed or failed again, which will be quite fun. And apparently they're making GCSE English harder now. Well, they have been since 20 God knows what. Because apparently it's too easy to pass, and I want to prove them how wrong they are, that it's too hard to pass. If I pass this time, I swear to God, if I don't pass this time, there's gonna be some broken items. Like last time, I failed by 1 mark, and that's what really pissed. If I failed by like 50 marks, I would have still been upset, but I don't think I would have been as upset as 1 mark off. Like Joe, when you have like rage building up inside of you that you just want to like throw something across your room and like break your hand through a whole wall, even though you probably will break your own hand. I thought, I've got to throw something, I've got to get my anger out, and I went to grab the nearest thing, and that just happened to be my phone. And I don't like throwing my expensive thing. I don't like throwing expensive. I haven't really raged that much. Like the most expensive thing I've ever broken from raging was my headphone for my Xbox 360, which cost about 10 quid. Compared to what people have done there, which have broken their own keyboards and all that, I think that's quite good. Not too bad. Well, right now it's probably like 5 quid for the actual headset. But still, I've never really done that. The nearest thing happened to be my phone, which I threw. And I don't know how it survived, because I managed to keep my phone in such a good condition since like God knows how long ago. Like the most it got is this little crack here in the side of the screen protector. Like, I'm not sure if you can see it right there. Like a little crack. But that's about it, and I chucked it on my hard floor, just like, oh! Speaking of GCSEs, and there was like this, apparently history was hard this year or something like that, I don't know, I can't remember. Speaking of history, Joe Nazis and all that stuff, yeah, I'm talking about Nazis, I saw this video, and it's like this way, I'll link it right here. Right now, so it should be coming across, just click on it. And there was ways like things were censored in video games, like say for German people, because there's very strict laws over there for anything to do with like World War II, like Hitler, Nazis and all that stuff. That's like you can't like show that in video games and all that stuff. Like sometimes, like say if there was like Call of Duty Nazi zombies, that was probably just regular zombies for them, no Nazis in it. Until like you're expecting the classic shooters like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and all that stuff, until I saw Skate 2 pop up on that list, and I was like, why is Skate 2 on the what? Why'd they have to censor it? And I realized why kinda when he explained it. Apparently, you know the clothing line Mystery? I'll put a logo right here. That S has got something to do with like, I think it was I don't do history and I don't really know that much about what it was, but like had resemblance to somewhat of Nazis, like I think flying stuff, I don't know fully. It had something to do with like the actual logo of something, I don't know. EA way of censoring that was not put new items or clothes in the game, just get rid of the mystery and all that stuff, just to make life so much easier for everyone. They just took mystery all out of the game. They took mystery all out of the game just for the German version. So all mystery decks, all mystery clothes, all mystery everything was gone from the German version, which okay, not too bad, really. They've just got less clothing options, I guess. Except from Skate 2 online servers, they had different servers. So if you lived in Germany and got a German version of Skate 2, you would only been allowed to play with German people. So how if me and Cyphers wanted to play online? Oh, no, we can't do that because I've got a different copy compared to him. I think what they should have done is just taken it out completely and just taken out the mystery stuff. But the laws are quite strict. Like, they even did it to the KISS logo. Do you know the S's? The S's had to be changed. At least it was the same. Like it was like everything was the same. It's just the S's had to be changed because they had a resemblance to some Nazi thing. I don't know fully for sure, but like if you want to watch more about details about it, I'll link the video right there again. Because I don't want to feel like I'm stealing that content. I just felt like I just needed to say it because that's fucking weird. So if you're in Germany and you got a German version of Skate 2, try it. See if anyone's playing online. Anyway, guys, we're getting really close to 4,000 subscribers. I'm not sure if I'm going to, by the time I upload this video, if I've hit it or not. But if I have, thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers. I'll let you know if I hit my GCSE English with a good grade, because maybe I can defeat dyslexia for once and for all. I'll start 2017 on a good note, but 2017 this year. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. So hopefully this time I'm not 1 mark off my GCSE English and I'm actually 1 mark over, or just on the... I don't care if it's just bare minimum. I just want a pass. A C is lovely.
Do the glitch!
The fuck? And on that note, cue the outro. What the fuck?